Hello everybody, welcome to Soul in the Raw. Today we are going to be doing some easy vegan meal prep for the week. This video is also in collaboration with 3 other awesome plant-based YouTubers, so make sure to check out their videos. They're going to be linked in the description box below, and make sure to subscribe and like their videos as well. They're going to give you some awesome meal prep ideas. And before we get into that, and seriously, vegan meal prep is totally key for sticking to a whole food plant-based diet, making it really easy, reducing cravings. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're really interested in veganism and plant-based nutrition and recipes, and give this video a thumbs up if you're interested and love meal prep. Before I show you my typical meal prep and give you some great tips for the week, how you can do this too and how you can incorporate it into meals, I want to quickly talk about something that's been coming up quite a lot within the vegan community, and that is people who quit veganism. So lately we have seen many of these people, and I don't want to get swept up into the drama. That's not really my style. I just wanted to make a short little clip in this video about it, because I know that a lot of people get really stressed out when they see that. They begin to doubt whether or not they should be vegan and if it's a healthy diet, and that is totally legitimate. Veganism is still not completely mainstream. It's still kind of a minority diet, and so a lot of people really get worried when people who have been vegan for a while say that it's no longer healthy or it's causing health issues. So my perspective on this is, first of all, please let's give these people some compassion. I know that if I was in their position and I was having really bad health issues, I would be so sad, suffering, ashamed, all of these things that I'm sure they're feeling. So let's please give them some support and maybe even tips on how they can fix their issues. Now, secondly, as I mentioned, this is not a mainstream diet at the moment, but it doesn't mean it's not a healthy diet. It's actually the healthiest diet there is. And even if you are dealing with some health issues as a vegan, it doesn't mean that you have to quit veganism in order to fix them. And it also doesn't mean that you can blame the plant-based diet on these health issues. First of all, a lot of people do this really wrong, this whole diet. And I know that I did for many years. It's been 7 years. And let me tell you, I have dealt with a lot of health issues throughout this journey. And I still realize that it doesn't mean I should quit and give up, because I knew that this lifestyle is evidence-based. There is research and evidence and science showing that it is the healthiest lifestyle. And in addition to that, I am an animal rights advocate, and I don't think that we should be eating animals, and I think there's always a way to make sure that we don't and we still stay really healthy. At the end of the day, these people were not born vegan. They were vegan for several years, and you know, there's a lot of aspects of our life that can cause disease. It's not just the diet or the diet they had before they were vegan. It's also different aspects of lifestyle, like being stressed out, over-exercise, under-exercise, all these different things. But when it comes to diet, I have dealt with health issues when I was really trying to restrict my food, when I was eating 100% raw, when I was doing all these different cleanses and fasts and all these things. And what I learned is that the only way to be healthy is just to eat whole food, as close to the whole form as possible. And even though that's very simple, sometimes it's not easy for people, and I get that. And that is my whole mission, is to make this really easy and simple for you at the same time. So now, circling back to vegan meal prep, easy vegan meal prep for the week is what we're doing today. And I so encourage you to do this, because it's just going to make sure that your fridge is full of whole plant foods and that you get all your nutrients, because that is super key. People really forget that they need to get all of their nutrients, and even the little ones, the ones that you don't need a lot of, you really need to get those, because if you skip out on anything, that's when you start having health issues. And it does take quite a bit of knowledge in order to get this right, and that is why I have a whole 1 month vegan meal plan for you called Deliciously Planty. It's absolutely delicious and also extremely nutritious. It incorporates all of the nutrients that you need to get throughout the week. So the link to that is going to be in the description box. It also includes meal prep and grocery lists every single week, as well as a nutrition and cooking video course bonus. It's an awesome deal, and I hope you check it out, and I know that it's going to totally change the way that you see food. And now let's get to meal prepping. So my meal prep method is quite different maybe than what you're used to. I don't prepare entire meals for the week, like maybe 5 dinners or something. I don't do that because I find that it gets really boring and it also goes bad really quickly. Instead, please follow me and I'm going to show you what I like to do. So the way that I like to meal prep is just making a bunch of ingredients separately, as you'll see, not entire meals. So the night before I meal prep, I soak a bunch of stuff. So in this case, it was cashews and quinoa and some white beans and then some Brazil nuts, which you'll see in a moment, and they are for your selenium. And then whatever takes me the longest is what I meal prep ahead of time so that I don't have to bother with it during the week. It's a lot better because then you end up making very diverse meals instead of eating the same thing every night. So the next day I make sure to rinse and drain all of the things that I soaked really well, and this really helps with digestion when you soak it the night before. And then I'm going to cook the white beans first because they take the longest, and I'm going to use the Instant Pot and my Berkey filter water. You don't have to use the Instant Pot, of course. You can use a regular pot, but I've been loving this because you just kind of leave it and go. It's so convenient. It took me some time to figure out how to work this thing, so I want to show you. You just click the pressure button, put it on 20 minutes, and I don't click on keep warm, and then make sure you move that to venting. Very important. So just move it left and then you just go. And then I preheat my oven for the veggies, roasting my veggies. So as you can see, all the things that take more than just chopping is what I meal prep, because then it makes your life so much easier, because chopping will take you like 10 minutes and then you can put your meal together very quickly. So I'm gonna cut up some sweet potatoes, and along with the Brussels sprouts that I just washed, sorry, is what I bake, and that is why I preheated the oven. So in order not to use oil and eat very healthy and whole foods only, I use a silicone mat, and I just chop the Brussels sprouts in half. Very important to get some cruciferous veggies into your diet, and this is how I do it, making sure that I meal prep ahead of time. So I'm just gonna season these with some liquid aminos and some date sugar, which is my favorite sweetener because it's completely made of whole foods. It's just dates that are dried and ground up. So I always use that as my sweetener. And then that is off to bake. I mean, it'll take about 30-40 minutes just until they're soft. And then your beans and that will be ready at the same time, so that's awesome. Next, we're gonna make a delicious sauce, and all of the measurements for this sauce are going to be in the linked blog post, and I'm also going to add some recipes that you can make with all these delicious ingredients, because that's all we're doing. We're basically making like separate ingredients instead of making entire meals. So this is our sauce, and I chose to add chives to it, but you totally don't have to, but it's so good with the chives. It is a delicious sauce. Then I'm going to do the quickest thing, which is cook the quinoa, and because it was kind of sprouted basically overnight, it's very quick. It takes like 5 minutes. And then lastly, I'm going to chop some cabbage. Now, usually I don't chop things ahead of time, but cabbage is very kind of sturdy, a sturdy veggie. So it's great to have it chopped in the fridge before. And this is my favorite food processor. It rocks. That's what I use to chop it. And I'm just showing you kind of how to do it because I know these things take time to figure out. And that's it, deliciousness. Now that we're all done with our meal prep, you may be wondering what the heck you're gonna do with all this food. Well, please check out the blog post. It's going to be in the description box below so that you can see some ideas for delicious meals to make with this meal prep. And check out more meal prep videos here on the screen. I know you're gonna love them. They're gonna give you lots of great ideas. Don't forget to subscribe and watch all of the other awesome vegan meal prep videos that my collaborators made. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful week, and I will see you soon. Bye.